I never thought I'd be the guy to go to war over a fence. But here I am, the talk of Maplewood Drive. All because Karen from the HOA decided my life needed her special brand of misery. It started innocently enough. I'd just moved into this tidy little suburb outside Raleigh, a place with cul-de-sacs, kids on bikes, and neighbors who wave but don't linger. My house was a fixer-upper, but the yard prime real estate for my dream project, a custom fence. I'm a welder by trade, so I poured my heart into it. Black iron, sleek curves, a touch of modern art. It wasn't just a fence. It was a statement. I thought it looked badass. Karen. She thought it was a crime against humanity. The first letter came 3 days after I finished it. Dear Mr. Callahan. It read, all prim and proper. Your fence violates HOA guidelines for aesthetic uniformity. Please repaint in an approved neutral tone. See Appendix B within 7 days. I laughed it off. Neutral tone. My fence was art, not some beige snooze fest. I ignored it. Big mistake. By day 8, Karen was at my door, clipboard in hand. Her perm so tight it looked like it was strangling her scalp. Mr. Callahan, she said, voice dripping with that fake sweet tone people use when they're about to ruin your day. Your fence is too flashy. It's distracting drivers. We've had complaints. Complaints from who the squirrels. I told her I'd think about it, mostly to get her off my porch. But inside, I was fuming. Flashy, I'd show her flashy. The next week, the letters got nastier. Failure to comply may result in fines or legal action. Legal action. Over a fence, I started noticing Karen's minivan creeping by my house. Her beady eyes scanning my yard like she was the freaking FBI. My buddy Mike, who lives 2 doors down, caught her measuring my fence with a tape measure at 6 Dude, he said over beers. She's unhinged. You gotta do something. That's when the seed was planted. I wasn't just gonna roll over. If Karen wanted a fight, I'd give her one on my terms. The plan came together over a weekend. I wasn't just gonna repaint the fence. I was gonna make it the loudest, most in-your-face thing this neighborhood had ever seen. I hit up my supplier for chrome paint industrial grade, mirror finish stuff that could blind you in direct sunlight. Then I got polished steel strips for the edges, sharp enough to make a statement, but safe enough to pass code. I worked nights, grinding and painting, the hum of my tools drowning out the HOA's nonsense. Mike and his wife, Sarah, helped out. Mostly because they hated Karen too after she'd fined them for a non-compliant mailbox. By Friday, the fence was a gleaming beast, reflecting every car that passed, every star in the sky. It was glorious. Monday morning, Karen showed up like clockwork, probably ready to slap me with another fine. I was waiting on my porch, coffee in hand, trying not to grin. She froze mid-step, her clipboard slipping an inch as she gawked at the fence. What? What is this? She sputtered, her face turning the color of a stop sign. This is my compliance, I said. Calm as you please. You said it was too flashy. I toned it down. Her mouth opened and closed like a fish out of water. This is unacceptable, she finally shrieked. It's a hazard. It's... She couldn't find the words. I pointed out it was within code height, materials, all of it. I'd checked twice. She stormed off, promising to take this to the board. The neighborhood was buzzing by noon. Old Mrs. Jenkins across the street said it looked like something from a sci-fi movie. Kids were taking selfies in front of it. Mike was losing it, laughing so hard he spilled his coffee. But Karen wasn't done. She called an emergency HOA meeting that night, and I got a special invite. Game on. I showed up in my work boots, still speckled with chrome paint, and sat through 2 hours of Karen ranting about community standards and visual pollution. The board, a mix of bored retirees and one guy who kept checking his phone, didn't seem to care much. They voted 4-3 to let my fence stay, mostly because I'd followed every rule to the letter. Karen looked like she'd been slapped with a wet fish. But the real twist, I wasn't done. I'd heard Karen was planning to escalate things to the city, claiming my fence was a public nuisance. So I doubled down. I staked a sign in my yard. Big, bold letters in red paint. Keep your rules off my fence. It was petty. Sure. But it felt so damn good. The next morning, Karen's minivan screeched to a stop. She got out, clipboard shaking in her hands, and I swear I saw steam coming out of her ears. "You're making a mockery of this community," she yelled. I just leaned against my porch railing and said, "Nah, Karen, I'm just living my truth." The neighbors watching from their lawns lost it. One guy even clapped. The fallout was swift. Karen's reign of terror started to crumble. People who'd been too scared to stand up to her started pushing back. Mike replaced his non-compliant mailbox with one shaped like a flamingo. Sarah planted neon pink flowers that technically violated the color code, but were too pretty for anyone to care. The HOA meetings got quieter, and Karen's clipboard appearances dropped off. My fence, still standing, still shining, still the talk of the block. I heard she tried to sell her house last month but couldn't find a buyer. Wonder why. Looking back, I probably could have just painted the fence beige and called it a day. But where's the fun in that? Sometimes you gotta push back, especially when someone's trying to control your little slice of the world. My fence is my middle finger to busybodies everywhere, and I'm damn proud of it. The end.